And welcome back to Ozarks Live. We're here with our friend Rachel West from Eating the Ozarks. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
What have you brought today?
What'd you find in the yard?
Okay, so garlic and onions today. I had to pick between daylilies, garlic and onions, and then some asparagus shoots that were barely starting up. But everywhere I drive right now, there are bunches. I mean, the kids and I went yesterday into an area near an old river, and we got over 200 new plants to come big. I gladly move wild things so that they're easily for me to be able to farm them later around the beds of trees and stuff. The trees are my natural self-watering cans there.
Yeah.
And all these rocks in the Ozarks, you just roll them in a little nice and you can just tuck as many onions around any tree you would ever want to have access to.
And they are coming up. I'm seeing them in my yard too.
The wild garlic are these thin, they almost kind of have a blue hue as they're growing. They're hollow on the inside, so if you both want to take one of those, if you want to break it and see, if you care, they're completely hollow on the inside, whereas to the onions, and these are a lot of times more along the edge of a road, they tend to walk down the side of a hill or something a little bit better. They have this purple along the side here. Can you see?
Yeah.
And so that purple tells you that it's safe in the sense of because it's got this flat leaf. There are a few other plants like daffodils and calmas that will also have a flat leaf. They do look different and they won't smell like an onion. But this time of year before they flower, I do want to point out that the onions that have the flat leaf will have this bright purple, and they smell very much like an onion.
Interesting.
So you don't want to move, if you're harvesting a patch of these though, you don't want to move with the onion on your hand to a brand new patch, because if you've ever had garlic bread for lunch and then tried to lie at dinner, everybody knows. So your hands will tell it away. So if you went to go grab daffodils after you had harvested onions, you might not be able to smell the difference. So daffodils are the only one right now I know besides the calmas that could come up. But if you smell onion, you've got it. You've got garlic or onions.
And this is the garlic, is the one with the little hollow in the middle. Yeah,
and the garlic is actually my favorite. It's stronger in flavor to dry, and so for the use of fresh chives, go for the onions all the way. But this blue garlic grass, I don't know what on earth got stolen my basket there.
Oh, that's okay.
I dehydrate these in a dehydrator tray, and when you do that, you end up with this garlic powder. I don't know if you guys want to zoom in.
Yeah, leave that there so they can see. So this is
this deep, vibrant green. And so you can use this in your garlic bread and anything, just like you would use the garlic powder from the grocery store. You can dehydrate mason jars of this stuff right now this time of year and have your own green garlic. So you can mix it with cream cheese, do a compound butter, put it in your pasta. If you make your own bread, use 1/4 cup of the green garlic in your bread, and then you'll have a green bread. And so I even yesterday was making something and I just sprinkled the green over the top to add that beautiful color and flavor.
It'd be a great St. Pat's Day bread.
There you go.
You know,
I don't want this to be an indictment of the way I take care of my yard, but I swear I can go out in my yard and
You're
find
a farmer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, well, I didn't even know it.
Farmer Todd. Garlic Farmer Todd.
Gonna have to get me some bib overhauls.
Right?
When you put this in the dehydrator, you put it just like anything else.
I just stretch it all out and then I just get it crunchy. Now, if you don't have a dehydrator, you can use your onion, set it at 200. And I put something in the door. So if you've got your whisk or anything that won't, like a wooden paddle,
something
just stick it there in the door to keep it a little bit open, and so that you're not actually cooking. I dehydrate around 95 to 120. So if your oven will go down to 180 or 200, you can sometimes just put that and let the air kind of
wedge
get a
the door
flow
open slightly
and let it go over a couple hours, and you'll get crunchy that way. You can also, last hat trick, you can put these on a cookie sheet and you can actually roast them until they're blackened. And it's like onion char. It is the most amazing
that's delicious
flavor that you could. It's got that garlic and it's burnt garlic, and so but in the most roasted, delicious way.
That would be great.
You can mix that with olive oil and just brush it on the top of things for that char.
Oh my.
And it almost is like you grilled it on a...
I think that would be delicious. And you know, you can take these, I'm sure you know this, once you've used all of your green onion or your chives or whatever, you can just set this in some water, and this thing will, it'll grow back up again.
And you know, you guys, eat the roots. This is the coolest. This would be like, imagine if you roast this whole thing with your asparagus. It's kind of sexy. I mean, If fruit
That's what
can
I was
be-
going
if
to
food
use.
can
That's
be-
the term I was
Is
going
that
to
what
use,
it's
was
gonna be?
sexy.
Is
yes.
it sexy? Yeah.
I
Okay.
just keep thinking when I see onions that size, you have to have hamburgers.
Can you tell I'm in love with
Hamburgers
the
that
plants?
size?
Real little
Yeah.
hamburgers.
I wasn't joking. I'm in love with the plants, like for real. But
All right.
you can eat them all.
Well, keep up with Rachel at Eating the Ozarks, and she's also has foraging dinners coming up. We don't have time to go into them, but down the road we're going to take you backstage and show you how some of those work.
Good idea.
It's good stuff.